Look, if you're running a business and you want to actually succeed online in 2025, there's one thing you just can't afford to ignore, and that's search engine optimization, or SEO. Honestly, it's the absolute key to getting noticed, and we're about to break down exactly how you can make it work for you.
Just think about it for a second. The internet is this massive, chaotic ocean, right? And for so many businesses, their website is just this tiny little raft, totally lost in a sea of millions of other websites. So the real question is, how in the world do you get found? How do you make sure your customers can actually see you waving from your raft?
So first, let's just dig into the core of the issue here, this whole online visibility problem. It's actually a much bigger deal than most people think, and, really getting a grip on it is the first step to actually solving it. Here's the hard truth of it all. Without a really smart strategy, your amazing website, your incredible products, well, they might as well not even exist. I mean, if your potential customers can't find you when they're searching online, you are, for all intents and purposes, completely invisible.
But it's not all doom and gloom. There's a seriously powerful solution to this, an engine that can basically pull you out of the shadows and right into the spotlight. And that engine, you guessed it, is SEO.
So what are we really aiming for here? It all comes down to what we call organic search. This is when someone, types a question into Google and finds your website in those natural, unpaid results. This isn't about throwing money at ads. It's about earning your spot. And that's so powerful because that's where people put their trust. And why is this such a huge deal? Well, get this. For the vast majority of businesses out there, more people will discover them through a simple Google search than from literally any other source. So mastering organic search isn't just another marketing thing to check off your list. It's the actual foundation for real, sustainable, long-term growth. All right, so how do we actually do this? Well, great SEO isn't just luck or guesswork. It's a science. So let's take a look at a proven blueprint for success. We can really break this whole thing down into a super simple 3-pillar strategy. I want you to think of it like a 3-legged stool. You absolutely need all 3 legs for it to be stable. As you can see, those pillars are on-page optimization, content and link building, and finally, technical SEO. Let's dive into each one. First step, pillar number 1, on-page optimization. This is pretty much everything you do on your actual web pages. It all starts with really smart keyword research to figure out what your customers are actually searching for. From there, you use that knowledge to write compelling titles and create high-quality content that speaks directly to what they need. It's all about sending clear signals to search engines about what your pages are all about. Okay, on to pillar 2, content and link building. This is where you really build your reputation. By creating genuinely valuable stuff, like blog posts and articles, you start to become a trusted authority in your space. And when you do that, other respected websites are way more likely to link back to you. In Google's world, every one of those links is basically a vote of confidence that boosts your credibility. And that brings us to our final pillar, the one that holds everything up, technical SEO. Think of this as all the nuts and bolts under the hood of your website. We're talking about making sure your site loads super fast, that it works great on mobile phones, that it's easy to navigate, and that it's secure. Honestly, if your technical foundation is shaky, it'll ruin even the best content. This part is absolutely non-negotiable. Okay, so now we have the blueprint. Sounds straightforward, right? Well, this is actually where a lot of people go wrong. So let's talk about some of the common mistakes and myths, because knowing what not to do is just as important as knowing what to do. The biggest myth, by far, is this idea that SEO is a set-it-and-forget-it kind of task. That could not be more wrong. The internet is changing constantly. Your competitors are always updating their game. Google is always tweaking its algorithms. SEO is a marathon, not a sprint. It needs ongoing work. And that leads right into another classic mistake I see all the time, this if you build it, they will come fantasy. Look, hope is not a strategy. Real success with SEO comes from digging into the data, tracking your analytics to see what's actually working, and then constantly tweaking your approach based on those results. Okay, so we've covered a ton of ground. The what, the why, the how. So where do you even begin? Let's boil all of this down into some actionable first steps you can think about. I want to leave you with 3 key takeaways. First, you've got to think long-term. Quick fixes are a fantasy, they just don't work. Second, obsess over your user's experience. Seriously, if you make your website amazing for people, the search engines will reward you for it. And third, just stay curious, keep learning, because the world of search is always, always changing.
And that brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. Every single day that you're not showing up in search results is another day that your competitors are connecting with your potential customers. So the question is, how much growth is your business actually leaving on the table?